Okay, good day, beautiful sunny day here in Spanish Harlem. Just having a walk. And I had a chat this morning with somebody. Subway. I had a chat this morning with somebody, a business partner of mine, that we worked together when he was 19 years old and he was pulling, I don't know, whatever it was, I can't remember, 10, 12,000 pounds, which is, close to $20,000 at 19, 20 years old on a good week. And we're chatting this morning about connecting and physiology, and something leapt to mind. I don't know how long ago, probably, I want to say 12 years ago. I ended up back in the UK. I got subcontracted to run it wasn't a call centre, but it developed that way. Customer acquisition for, at the time, the world's largest energy company. It was corporate commercial acquisition. So to get commercial accounts, you either go face to face and speak with a lot of receptionists, or you pick up the phone. So we've set up a call centre. We there, 200 chairs in it. And what I do know about business in terms of direct marketing, when you go face to face, the people that are really good at it won't take a base salary. They want 100% commission. That's where you make the big money. You make the big money at 100%. It's not subsidized. You get it all. Guys in call centers, the tradition was always to pay a base and a commission. So that commission was never going to be as high because you're subsidizing the ones that are not performing and they're not as hungry and they're sat in a call center all day. Nothing wrong with that. Horses for courses. Everything's not for everyone else. So we started this and I started working with a guy called John. Second week in, we were paying £200, so it's about $300 a week base plus commission. Second week in, people are starting to earn, $300, $400, that type of thing. Not much. And the guy comes in for an interview. His name is Jamie Abbot. I've lost contact with him. I'd love to get in contact with him. If you see this, man, reach out to me. And, well, that's good. And Jamie Abbott comes in. He was in his 20s. And I'm interviewing. I said, so what sort of money do you want to be making a week? And he says, £1,000. It's $1,500. So I said, okay, we can do that. Starts on the Monday of training. First week makes about 400. He says to me, I want to go off the base. I want to go commission only. I need to make more money. We do that. But Jamie, at that point, I was a stickler on time for if you're getting paid a base, you're going to show up on time. You're not going to show up at 1 minute after 9. I can't use you if we start at 9. We can't technically be on time. We can either be early or late. So if that's the case, you better be early. Jamie, as soon as he went onto no base, started keeping his own hours. And everyone else bitched about this. His second week, he made $990 and change. That's pounds, so $1,500. And everyone else was bitching. And I said, if you want to keep the same hours as him, take the same package as him. Well, we want the base. All right, you can't have both. One or the other. You can have either, but not both. So, a couple of other things with that. Jamie was doing it. Jamie was doing 40% of the company's business on his own. He'd come in about 11 o'clock. He wouldn't have any water. Oh, no, he'd have water. Wouldn't have a coffee or anything. Wouldn't treat himself till he had at least 4 or 5 clients. Some of these guys weren't getting 4 or 5 clients a week. He would have a coffee when he got 4 or 5 clients. But the thing that stands out above everything else was he never sat down. As soon as he came in, he'd move the chair that the cleaners had put there. He'd stand up all day long. So here's the deal with this. The physiology is, and the communication level is, 7% of our communication is done by the actual words we use. Verbiage, terminology. 38% of it is our voice. It's the volume, it's the speed, it's the intonation, it's the depth. 55%, a massive 55%. More than half of it is through our body language. So Jamie would come in, he'd be on the phone, he'd be stood up, and he'd hustle it all day. And when he got done, when he got finished, he'd just go home. And that was how he worked. Wouldn't stop for lunch, nothing like that. We built a huge business out of that, but Jamie ended up doing about 60% of the company's business, and the people that bitched wouldn't copy what he did. And I said, you want to do what he does? Get rid of your chair, stand up. So if you've got people to call and you need to make a difference, Get off your ass, stand up. Well, it's not comfortable. Yeah, you know, I can see you down the end of the phone line. I can see if you're slouched. I can see if you're laying in bed. I can see. And you know what? If I can see, so can everybody else. So your body language is transferring down that telephone line. If you want to make a difference, if you want to call someone, you want to have an impact on them, you got to get off your ass. You got to stand up. It's not hard. Just stand up. And the same people bitched about it that were earning less than half the money he was earning, that they didn't want to do the thing with the take the base off, and they didn't want to stand up. So, you know, we can look at people in life and we can role model them, or we can bitch and complain about it. It's that simple. It really is that simple. So if someone's doing something right, just copy it exactly. Just copy it exactly. Okay? Copy it exactly. Someone's doing something right. So if you've got calls to make and they're important, you want to impact people in their lives, you pick up the phone and you just call them. But stand up when you do it. There's one other little thing to this story. And it's also talking about speaking and standing up. My son was about 4 at the time. There's 200 adults in this call centre. He walks into the call centre and shouts out, "Come on guys, let's rock and roll." This kid is 4 years old. Grown adults are cringing and hiding their faces, and he's 4 years old. So I spoke with someone about this yesterday that said, "Oh no, I could never stand up in public and speak." Well, that's your self-talk that's doing you the damage. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. As soon as you do it, your life will change in an instant. That's all I got for today, guys. Have a great one.